As it was written, so Merab just beat Sean O'Malley. Total domination for 5 rounds. And I gotta sound pretty sad right now because if you look at it my way, we got John Jones, Pantoja, Bilal Muhammad, Merab as champions. And out of all our male champions, we got 3 entertaining ones. We got Dricus, we got Islam, and who else? Who even is entertaining? Dricus, Islam, and Alex Pereira. But apart from that, John Jones never fights. Merab is boring. Bilal is boring. Pantoja is boring. Like, I feel like the quality of the UFC right now is just decreasing day by day. And as someone who was a huge fan of Aljamain Sterling because of his story and how he proved everyone wrong and beat Cejudo, beat Jan, beat TJ, and even though all of his fights were kind of fluky, I was still very happy for Aljamain when people started talking about him as the GOAT of the division. So when Sean O'Malley beat him, I wasn't the biggest supporter of his, but he grew on me with his entertaining fight with Cheeto, the way he beat Aljamain, the way he carries himself on social media, always picking fight. He took the fight against Merab even though he could have bougied his way out of it. And no, I was really becoming a huge fan of Sean O'Malley, so to see him lose like that, it just it feels weird for me. Because if you tell me that he was looking at his best, he was looking peak tonight, I'm gonna call you a liar. It was definitely something off with him. All week, I even saw some videos on Twitter. He just looked different. His energy was off this week, and he hasn't talked about injuries or anything yet. I hope he doesn't, because that's a bad look to talk about after the fight. But anyway, like, I don't know, it just looked weird, flat-footed. He didn't commit to any punches. Like, he've never fought looking so scared. I'd say the last time he got mauled was against Peter Yan, just being slammed against the ground, everything. And even against a dangerous guy like Peter Yan, who has striking and grappling. He wasn't shy like this. Like Merab, yeah, he's a pressure grappler. He's gonna smother you and everything, but he doesn't really have any danger on the ground or on the feet. He's not really a dangerous fighter. He's just gonna smother you. So to have this type of guy in front of you and not commit to anything, to me it just felt weird. He was longer reach, bigger power, everything. He could have tried to pick shots and just keep Merab at bay, but no, he just stood in front of him, didn't do nothing. And you saw it in the first couple of rounds. Like when it was time to get up, O'Malley could get up. Like he got up a couple of times in the earlier rounds. But I don't know. I just wonder what his game plan was, because you saw in the later rounds he started picking shots, and even in the 5th round started picking to the body with his teep. Everything was starting to look good, and he had Merab tripping over himself against the cage in the 5th round, and he didn't do nothing. He didn't do, like, something was definitely wrong. And of course the cardio, it's the 5th round, you've been mauled, everything. But at that caliber, at that level of fighting, when you have a golden opportunity to press against a fighter like that, when you know you've been losing all the fight, you do it. Like, where was the O'Malley that slipped back counter punch Aljamain Sterling on the way coming in? Where was the Sean O'Malley that just landed the perfect knee at the perfect time against Cheeto and went toe to toe and just pressed him? I know that, like, Merab is a different beast, and his pressure and just being in front of him, you gotta be tentative to some degree to survive and last the whole 5 rounds, because he's gonna outpace you, that's for sure. But I would have thought that, okay, even in a case where O'Malley lost, I would have at least expected a couple of moments. Oh, like Merab got clipped by Cejudo, got clipped by Morales. Like, what happened to O'Malley? He's never looked this flat-footed. He looked like he basically reminded me of Leon Edwards. Like, didn't do none, just tried to do his little straight to the body. I think the only punch that I've seen of him for the whole fight was a straight to the body. Like, every time he had Merab open in front of him, he just straight to the body. Didn't try to bait him. He wasn't like feinting as much as he used to. Like, he wasn't doing anything like the O'Malley that I know. And it pisses me off. That's the worst type of fight. I hate watching those type of fights where I'm just watching a fighter and I'm like, you're not doing enough. You're clearly not doing enough. You're losing a decision and it looks like you're not even trying. I remember feeling this way when Kobe fought Leon. I'm like, okay, but you're not winning. You're not gonna win like this. And I'm not in there for them. I'm not like, I don't think I could do what they do. But I'm just saying, like, I just try to put myself in their shoes. You got this fighter in front of you, you know you're losing, It's like 2 minutes left. The guy is hurt. You hurt him to the body, and you look at him. You look at him. Like, I know I'm not no UFC champion. I'm not gonna talk for them, but even in the earliest round, he's just there in front of you. He's moving. Just kick his leg. Did O'Malley even try to kick his leg? Like, did he even try to kick his leg? No. And one thing that DC said, or maybe it was Rogan, I don't remember. It was, I think, at the third round, when one of them made a comment that, okay, O'Malley needs to press now, like, he needs to press. And the other one said, yeah, but if he does, he's gonna get taken down. And the other one replied, well, he's being taken down anyway. Merab is just picking the perfect moment, taking him down and banking the round. So you have to go anyway, because you're gonna get taken down regardless. And O'Malley didn't do it. O'Malley didn't try nothing. He was just, it's like he was just waiting. And his coach in the fifth round, just five more minutes, sugar, and it's all over. We're going home. What is that? Like, something was wrong with O'Malley. Where's the dynamic striking? Last week we used to talk about this dude as the best striker in the UFC. Okay, Alex Pereira not included because he's just that powerful, but like dynamic wise and just picking his shots and just like the art of striking, we used to talk about O'Malley as the best striker. And now he got this dude in front of him and he doesn't even try to kick. He's not creative at all. He just is straight to the body, and he just gets taken down like this. Like, I'm not in there. Merab did this to everyone. It's nothing special. Actually, no, he didn't do this to Aldo. He actually couldn't even do that to Aldo. That just proves how great he is. But still, like, for me, it wasn't. If you told me that Merab was gonna win, I was not gonna be in disbelief. I was not gonna be like, oh, there's no way. But damn, to think that O'Malley would have no answer at all, not even in the first couple of rounds, not even a moment, not even clipping Merab, not even catching him, nothing. If you show me the highlights of this fight right now, there's not one moment where O'Malley does something special. Like, yeah, you're probably gonna find he caught him at the end of the punch and Merab stumbled a little bit, but no, I'm talking about like moments. There's nothing. O'Malley didn't do nothing special. He even got clowned by Merab. He tried a spinning kick in the first round, and Merab did the same that he did to Pedro Munoz, like just faking it and just redoing it to make fun of him. But yeah, I'm disappointed. And when O'Malley went against Cheeto last time, and we all knew that Cheeto was going to be the perfect opponent to just showboat and showcase his skills on. Cheeto was going to be a living piñata. But to see that much of a decline in one fight in a couple of months for Sean O'Malley, to the point where he didn't even look as fast, he didn't look as locked in, like while walking out to the octagon or even at the ceremonial weigh-ins. He looked way more like on edge. And even I know this has nothing to do with the fight and it's probably irrelevant, but even the BPM, they showed the BPM. And O'Malley was like significantly higher than I think at least 20 BPM higher than Merab's. Like, I feel like he was the one feeling it. And when Merab stopped the fight to talk to the coach and talk to Herb Dean, that fucked him up big time. Like, Sean, that fucked up his he was in there. You didn't want to stop looking at Merab. Even when Herb Dean got in front of him, you had to like touch Sean to tell him to stop, because he didn't stop looking at Merab. He was just on edge. But yeah, Sean looked slow, he looked tentative, he looked shy, didn't want to commit to anything. Usually he's a dog. Like against Peter Yan in a fight that he probably himself thought he was losing, he still went at it and dogged his way out of it. But now he just like, he gave up. Basically he gave up, and he looked like he didn't look good. And that's credit to Merab. But at the same time, I feel like you put this Sean O'Malley against the Cheeto from a couple months ago, and the fight is way closer than it was. But credit to Merab, because it's nothing special for him. What he did to O'Malley, he did to many good fighters before. But yeah, I guess you do Sean O'Malley versus Cejudo now, or Sean versus Sandhagen. I think they're gonna do the Cejudo one, but the Sandhagen one would be the most interesting. And I'm just waiting to see how he bounces back from it, because from a fighter that was mentally undefeated after his loss to Cheeto and everything, now there's no excuse for this one. So I guess I'm waiting to see how O'Malley bounces back. He's definitely not getting a rematch right now, and if that's the extent of his skills, I have no faith in him becoming champion again, because it's gonna be Umar, Merab, or yeah, Umar Merab I think is probably gonna stay at the top for a while. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think, and see you soon.